Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. When I last left you guys, we were stonking around a really cool temple and all the priests are in our way, much to our annoyance. That's okay, because we're just going to make our way through and pretend they're not here. And by that, I of course mean we're just going to pile through as if they weren't here. You know, fire's great against beast lagoos, but it doesn't seem like I can double a silly tiger for some silly reason. He's a couple points too fast. I think Ike, however, to make this guy wish he weren't here. And I think a killing edge is the right way to do that. Maybe. Yeah, we'll give it a stab, why not? It'd be cool if I crit, although Ether would work too. I don't normally give Ike a killing edge, actually. I feel like he doesn't need it. Although he didn't really make much use of it either that time, did he? But that tiger is now perfectly in range of a fireball from Miss Ilyana here. Noticing that even with effective damage, it doesn't really do that much more, and that's largely because tomes in this game really don't have a lot of might behind them. In fact, the basic wind tome has 1 might. So when it's effective against an enemy, it does 2 damage instead of 1. Whoop-de-doo, I know. I think the strongest tome in the game has like 14 might, which compared to most weapons, it's not really all that much. And it's kind of upsetting, really, if you think about it. Sadly, Soth is not fast enough to move all the way through here. That's only because I had to deal with these silly swordmasters. A Lagooth Slayer, eh? Good thing I'm not deploying any of those. So, glad Astrid was worth the investment. I wish Kieran had been. I know I'm going to keep whining about that. You have to deal with it, folks. I'm sorry. I'm a little salty that Kieran turned out to be garbage. I'm sure if I'd put the additional effort into him, he would have eventually grown up some more strength, but quite frankly, I don't have the time or the crayons to deal with that right now. And now that we found out that Soth isn't big enough to push a silly priest around. Alright, anyway, moving on. We're going to go ahead and clamber through this group of fellows here. In fact, I think we need to move Oscar out of the way first. No, we need to move Mist. We actually need to move Mist. In fact, I'm going to have Mist take this guy out if she can. Not quite. Even with the power of Emerakius, she is not quite able to get through. Unless she crits, that'd be cool. But I doubt it. Nope, not quite enough. That's alright. We'll just have Oscar finish this guy off. We get some nice weapon experience for Mist, I guess, in the meantime. Doesn't sound all that useful, I know, but trust me, it is. I've actually gotten Mist to use some of the most powerful swords in the game, and she does reasonably well with them, if you can believe it. That sounds incredibly outlandish to you folks at home, I'm sure. But trust me when I say that Mist is actually one of the best units in this game. At least in my experience, she is. Your mileage may vary. I'm not going to pretend like she's, you know, impossible to get screwed over stat-wise. Man, Oscar's slower than I remember him being. Only 16? Oh well. Let's see. Nephine's in range to move this soldier out of the way. Or the priest, rather, not the soldier. And then we can move Boyd up here and have him deal with all the fun people that lie in wait in here. I think we'll go Steel Axe for this. And then Marcia and Jill can mop up the archer up here. Sadly, flying units cannot push anything, so they're not able to move the priests out of my way. But that is alright. We'll have to deal with that. That is something I'm willing to accept. Alright, and then we'll just leave Marcia right here, and Jill right here. Again, don't want to be attacking these guys if we don't have to. I think what we do here is send Rayson this way. Be ready to move around the rest of my guys at a moment's notice. Seems a little weird leaving him vulnerable like that, I know, but I think he'll be fine. Famous last words, right? And now my warrior is poisoned too. Really should have brought a freaking restore staff with me. That's fine. Poison really isn't all that threatening. It sounds a lot worse than it is. You can take, theoretically, a maximum of, like, 15 damage from poison over 5 turns, but It never ends up being that high, and unless you guys are like right on the verge of death after being poisoned, which they really shouldn't be anyway, it's not all that threatening. Yeah, Boyd's gonna be just fine, I think, as he proceeds to clobber all these guys. It's not every day Boyd ends up faster than his brother Oscar. Normally Oscar is much faster than him. Ooh, a cat lagoose, huh? Interesting. Well, I think we have... Jeez, stupid poison damage. Let's go ahead and get Oscar in here. Or... No, that's fine. We'll move Oscar in and clobber this soldier. I'm hoping Oscar gets a little bit better stat gains going forward, because he needs a little bit of help. And I don't want to have to waste items on him if I don't have to. Come to think of it, I probably should be using those items. They're kind of just stockpiling right now. There's a reason for that. I know in previous installments I said you shouldn't stockpile them because they just sit there wasting space, but in this game in particular, there actually is a halfway decent reason to save your promotion or your stat boosting items till late in the game, and I will tell you why that is when it becomes relevant. Right now it's not, but... could I theoretically... Nope, missed this too far away, that's fine. We will just poke this guy in the face. Let's go Killer Lance, because that'll kill him regardless. Really hoping she would crit there. Well, she did eventually, when it, you know, doesn't matter. I guess that's worth something. Supposedly. Maybe. Depends on who you ask. Let's go ahead and take out the sniper. I don't like him very much. Compared to the cat, anyway. The cat I can't double no matter what, because cats have, like, absurd speed. Come to think of it, that cat might double Oscar if it's fast enough. It's probably got at least 20 speed. Maybe I'm overestimating. Let's see what it's got. Hey, axe rank up. 15 speed? It's slower than the tiger? Are you kidding me? In the heck? That's bizarre. Anyway. Boyd is at A rank in axes. He can now use that shiny silver axe I gave him. Wonderful. That is exactly what I wanted. We'll go ahead and get Mist moved up here. Out of the way of the priests. And we'll have Soth, of course, crack open a cold treasure chest. I don't know why it has to be a cold one. Ilyana can shove these priests, but Soth can't? Man, what kind of backwards world are we living in right now? Let's get them out of my way so we can get out of here quicker. And we don't want to attack anybody, obviously, but we'll get Rayson ready to go to move Soth out quicker. Get some free XP for Rayson while we're at it. I guess we can move Ilyana out too, although I might position her so she can bolting somebody. Who has that bolting? It's Marsha, right? Marsha or Jill has it. I think Jill does. Yeah, totally. Alright, so we'll bring Jill over here to get ready to use the bolting to end the chapter if we want to get out of here quicker. Which I'm not averse to. It's actually not a terrible idea. Like I said, there's only a couple of guys back there. There's 2 mages you can kill, 2 warriors, and then the boss himself, which has to die anyway. So we're missing out on, like, maybe 1 whole level of experience for a promoted guy. If he were to kill all of those people. Maybe less. It depends on how much higher level they are. And really, I'm not too upset about it. Missing out on it, so... Oh, look, another thief. Well, he's gonna have to go. More poison. Gotta love it. Probably should have kept Mist around in case I need to heal somebody. But anyway, we're gonna crack open a treasure chest. Nice, cold, frothy treasure chest. Nosferatu tome, huh? Not too shabby. Alright, let's go ahead and get that bolting tome from Jill. She can have my Thoron, so I can't use that. Not in range to attack anybody just yet, but that's okay. Now let's move Astrid up. I don't think she can use longbows in this game, which is upsetting, but what are you gonna do, right? I'm noticing those bishops aren't trying to silence anybody. I wonder if it's just because they're not in range. They're magically 11, so they don't have that great of staff range on them. And I'm going to go ahead and push Soth with Ike so we can get a little further out here. The nice thing about killing the boss is that Ike doesn't need to be the one to do it, it can be anybody. So I don't need to particularly have him front and center like I normally might have to. Move Nephany up here. I think Nephany will take out the tiger. Not the tiger, the cat. While Boyd one-shots this thief. Goodbye, sir. That is my treasure. You may not have it. Part of me feels a little bad for just mowing through these poor defenseless little guys with knives, but they shouldn't have been skulking around. He's got as much defense as he does speed. This is a really good Boyd I've got. He never turns out this good. Saw it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I have a decent Boyd on my team. Alright, so we'll let Nephany take out the cat. Because I don't see a reason why she couldn't. Oh my gosh, the 1 point off, you know? Or 2 points off, rather. I might just have Oscar whip a hand axe at this thing and weaken it a little bit so Nephany can break her lance on it. I'm kind of tired of her carrying that thing around when she doesn't have to. Alright, there goes that. We'll just leave Oscar right here in the doorway. I don't see any reason to put him anywhere else. And we will break our forged lance on this poor defenseless cat. I shouldn't say defenseless, he's more than capable of attacking, he just isn't capable of doing a lot of damage. And I don't think there's going to be much more in the way of reinforcements to come in this chapter, but we'll keep an eye out just in case. I'm going to go ahead and heal up you know what? I should leave Boyd in range to heal. We'll move Marcia back here instead. We will heal her up. Because the poison is going to keep going for a couple more turns, I believe. It's not going to kill her, but better safe than sorry. We'll put Mist back in here. Would have liked to have had her around to help hit stuff, but quite frankly, she doesn't need to. I don't know why this enemy phase is taking so long. Oh, we got more reinforcements, do we? Hey, Marcia's poison is gone. Isn't that just the best? Now we have transformed Rayson, which is even better. Alright, let's get Ike down here to go help take care of these suckers. Don't want to attack anybody if I don't have to. Get Soren over here. And we'll send Jill and Marcia down to mop up these silly bad guys. We'll do a quick bird song. Gotta love that bird song. It must be incredibly, like, invigorating. Now Rayson's got even more movement, which is fantastic. Let's heal up Boyd while we're here. I should probably position some of my guys out front in case more reinforcements show up from the right. They might. I don't remember if they actually do or not, but better safe than sorry, as I've been saying this whole time. And we'll have Oscar right in front here. Alrighty. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I think the best part, or one of the best parts rather, about this game is that to build supports, you don't need to worry about standing next to somebody for however many freaking turns in a row, and then have to do it 3 different times. All you need to do is deploy 2 units together in a chapter, and regardless of their distance from each other during the course of the map, they will gain support points. And there's a predetermined number of chapters that units need to be deployed together to gain a support level. And depending on the unit, that takes a lot longer than some of them, but more speed for Ike. I think that's pretty near capped, actually, for him. 16 resistance, good lord. Actually, no, I think Ike's speed cap is 27 or 28. Somewhere up there. We'll double check in a little bit. I think Marcia can break her sword on this fighter here, not mercenary. I guess I didn't need Jill down here, but I wanted to have her around just in case. How annoying would it have been if she had just gotten rid of poison and that guy poisoned her again? That would have been incredibly annoying, and I would have been very upset had that happened. But it did not, so we're fine. Alright, that's 2 forged weapons that I've broken in a single situation here. And now, I'm going to see if I can position Ilyana to end the chapter here in a moment. I think she could do it right from here. I don't double that guy, unfortunately. But with the power of Rayson, and the unfortunate reality, too, is I would need to do it in a single turn, otherwise he'll just get healed by his buddies. So I might need to have somebody else move up there and assist with that particular defeat. But we'll position her here regardless. I can't move Astrid any further because she can't shove the priests out of the way. Once again, another painfully long enemy phase for whatever silly reason. Boyd is still poisoned. Alright, so Soth is moving on to greener pastures, and by that I of course mean he's getting more treasure. Get Boyd out here. Actually, it's as far as Soth can go. We'll get Boyd out here. We'll do a quick little chant for these two. I think I'll keep racing around here, though. So, a couple more turns and we'll have all the treasure. Get some decent stuff out of here, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, I would like... I already moved Racing, so I can't do much more with him. Let's get Oscar over here in case more guys show up. Noticing that a lot of my units on this team are mounted. Alright, let's push this guy out of the way. I'm actually going to keep the bolting tome equipped on her. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. These guys have axes, but not bows? No, they do have bows. Okay, so... She's slowed down by 4 points holding on to that. I could just unequip all her weapons. Unequip and shove the bishop out of the way. I can't shove the bishop, he's too heavy. That's fine, I can shove this other lighter guy out of the way and get the same effect, really. Then I can weasel my way through here. Problem is, no matter where I put Astrid, she's going to be in a position to get, or to attack somebody. Just leave her right here and unequip her bow. Or give her her axe instead, which she already has, so we're fine. We'll just leave her right there. Alright, I think 2 turns from now we'll be set to go. And we'll clear out the chapter. I'll keep my physics staff on hand in case I need it. Guy's gonna go for Astrid, but I don't think he'll do much to her, if anything. Oh, jeez, I need to heal her up. I didn't even notice. Yeah, he doesn't even hit her. I don't think those other warriors move. They might. I guess we'll find out in a second. Oh, they totally do. Alright. Going for Astrid, huh? Making me wish I had my bow equipped. Ow. Well, I guess I get to kill him now. Wasn't planning on it, but now I get to. Oh, I get to kill both of them! Excellent. That's a poison bow. Please dodge that. Okay, good. So that just leaves the mages that I'm not going to get, really. Which is fine, because they're unpromoted and probably not worth my time. Forgot that Racing heals up. So the nice thing about healing, too, is it takes place before poison damage, which Boyd is cured of anyway. So if you're both next to somebody who will heal you and you have poison, the healing will come first. Which means you're far less likely to actually get killed by the poison. Alrighty then, so let's go ahead and have Jill take a stab at this warrior, which I'm realizing she doesn't have enough power really to do. So I could just have Miss Astrid do it here. She won't get, or she won't retaliate against the bishop in melee distance. Nice big poke on that guy. Have some more bow, sir. That should be a level up for her. She's getting pretty quick, pretty up there, isn't she? Level 10 or something? Something ridiculous like that? Oh, 8. Well, still. Just skill, huh? Well, what are you gonna do? Alright, so we can get her out of there. I don't remember Oh, look at that. That's a nice number there. And then I think what we're going to do is put Jill or somebody in range to go after the boss. And then we'll dance for both of them. Actually, I don't want to dance just yet because I have one more treasure chest to grab, so we can't actually execute the clear this turn. Next turn, though. Magic and speed, please. Magic, I will take one of those things. I think magic's a little more important to her than speed at this point because she has a much higher cap for that. She needs 10 in both. I would very much appreciate it if she capped both of those. That would be incredible. 17 res. You know, I bet you he could tank some hits for me and be fine. But I'm not going to risk it because that would just be silly. So let's go ahead and put Jill right here. And then I will do a quick bird song. And we will move Jill past the point of getting hit by anybody. Well, there are still mages back there. Speed, luck, and res for racing. Nicely done, sir. Move him back a little bit. Problem is I can't put Jill anywhere where she won't retaliate against somebody. So I think what we do is we put her here. Maybe. No, you know what? I'm going to put her here. I think that's still in range of the mages, though. Both of them. Which we don't want. You know what? We're going to tuck her in the corner. And give her a melee weapon. That way she doesn't attack the bishop. And we'll move Ilyana out of the way entirely. That should do it. So next turn we are good to clear. And I'm going to heal Astrid in the meantime because I just forgot that she's absurdly low in health. And I don't want like a general appearing out of the floor. Surprise! And just stabbing her in the face. That would be awful. Is that likely to happen? No, but I've seen weirder things than that. Right, Jill can take a hit from this guy. I'm sure she'll be fine. He's got, what, like 7 or 8 res? Not that he's even gonna hit her. Just in case, though. You never know. Alright, so that's gonna be a dead boss this particular turn. As soon as I loot this last treasure chest. Volcanon, or Volcano, as some are apt to call it. Let's see. How much damage do I do to this chucklehead anyway? Not very much. In fact, my hit rate is pretty abysmal. That is not what I wanted to see. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go ham on this guy and bolting him. And hope I hit them. I only need to do 3 damage to him, so I guess Jill could potentially land the kill here. Or land enough for us to kill him. If she hits one of her 2 hits. If I so much as get scratched, you better get to healing, huh? Oh, she crit. Alright, that works. Should have brought more priests or some babies. Good lord, what kind of awful human being are you? Anyway, boss is dead, no priests are killed. Nearly get another level for Ilyana, and a free killer bow that I probably won't use very much. But that's that. That is that chapter done. Not too bad. There's no way we'd cut down innocent priests. Well, that's good, because otherwise we'd be horrible people. We had no desire to invade this land. She's being awfully forthcoming with her name here. Although, granted, these guys are just priests, but... Oh yeah, you also get a present if you keep all the priests alive. We get the Ashura staff, which is the best staff in the game. I think it fully heals all allies on the map and restores all their status conditions. You only get that if you keep all the priests alive. Now let's take a look around. Why'd we come here in the first place? There's got to be a good reason for that, I assume. Mike, where are you? It's this way. Quick, Raison's in trouble. Well, that's not good. What's wrong with Raisin? He's been like this from the moment he set foot in this room. He's staring at the walls. Well, the writing on the walls appears to be glowing for some strange reason. Is that what he's looking at? Oh. What is all this? It's an ancient language. Chants and spells and magic scrolls are written thusly. So wait, can Soren read this? Some, but not all. Spells are simple, whereas this is a complex narrative. I think Raisin could read it. It's the Serenus language. Their chants are all in this language too. So Raisin's reading what's written on the walls. Wonder how it was written there. It's like in like a special glowing ink. And it's written on stone walls, no less. I think a person was locked in this room sometime in the past. So Soren found something. More important that we talk. Uh-oh. What'd you find out? Did you find out why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Soren found a feather. Lilia, my older sister. Writing on the wall is hers. So Soren had yet another sibling that we don't know about. He was kidnapped 20 years ago on the night of the Serenus massacre. We all thought she was dead until this day. The walls only say a large human took her. She probably never knew who it was. He thrust a clan treasure at her and demanded that she use her magic to revive the thing sealed inside it. That would probably be the medallion, I would imagine. Lilia refused his request every time because she did not possess that power. She fell ill and collapsed. Yeah, I can only imagine. All their herons are frail to begin with. Imprisoned in a tiny room with no view of the earth or sky. Young Bjork began coming to the room to take care for her. She had blue hair and blue eyes. Her heart was unusually pure for a Bjork. Lilia trusted her. They shared no common language, so it took time for them to trust, but eventually the woman understood what it was Lilia wanted, which was to take the treasure and the song and flee the temple. So he speaks the name. Translated into our language, it was probably Ilyana. And that, apparently, is Ike and Mist's mother. Our mother's name was Ilyana, and she had blue hair and blue eyes. So, oh yeah, we haven't actually told Raisin about the medallion yet, have we? Hey Raisin, that thing that you're talking about, is it a medallion? How did you know that? Well, Mist had it. Laurent's medallion is here? Yeah, well it was, except, you know, that jerk Nasir stole it from our 14-year-old girl. Can it be chance? No, I would imagine probably not. It all makes sense. It all comes together. Does it? So, Mist is actually humming a melody, and it's the same song that one of the herons sings. Similar to the song Raisin and Leanne sang in the forest. It's the song of release, the one Lilia entrusted to Ilyana. But Mist is like, wait, I sung that all the dang time right in front of the medallion and nothing ever happened. The magical effect of the song is awakened by the power of the singer, and not just anyone can do it. The true song of release can only be sung by a girl named Altina. Lilia wanted your mother to take the melody to Altina and return the medallion to its rightful place in Serenus Forest. Well, technically did bring it there, we just didn't leave it there. So now we're finding out that Ike's father fled Dan to protect their mother, who was carrying the amulet. Told me about my father's past and the amulet, and the Dark God, too. So apparently Titania knew this the whole time and didn't say anything. King Ashtar took Lilia, didn't he? Well, that makes sense. The man who found my father was the king's henchman. So wait, we didn't even tell Titania who killed Grail? We all thought his murderer was unknown. Why didn't you say anything? So Titania's really, really upset because no one ever told her who killed Grail, and Ike knew the whole time. Soren's like, dude, can we talk about it later? So now we're not only fighting for Crimea's liberation, but we're fighting to prevent this Dark God from being released and punishing Commander Grail's killer. Wait, what did that just say? Did that say punishing? Maybe I didn't read it right. Our enemy remains unchanged. Still a Dan we gotta go after. Could all this be mere coincidence? I sincerely doubt it. It changes the meaning behind the war. The treatment of Lilia is one thing, but the assassination of the former apostle, the framing and destruction of my nation, it was all part of Dan's plan to steal the medallion and the song. Now Rayson is severely not sure about what's going on here, which I don't blame him, incidentally. At any rate, that is going to take care of Chapter 22. We'll move on to Chapter 23 next, which is not a fun one, but we'll get through it. And we'll talk about that more when we get there. So thank you all very much for watching up to this point. I really do appreciate it. We will resume with Chapter 23 in the next episode. Feel free to leave a like and a comment on this video if you are so inclined. I would very much appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that as well. So until next time, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.